So people, we are jumping straight back in here. On the last video we were getting this bit done here, so this all sort of fits in this sort of little bit here. As you can see, what comes round, that sort of goes onto this bottom bit, and that bit there sort of comes round. As you can see, this bit of the panel, old panel, needs to come out. So what I'm going to have to do is cut this out. I'm going to worry about all this bit after. I'm just going to cut this bit out here, so then I can get this shape of this, because this is the 8-valve one and they are different, and I have looked it up, which I should have done in the first place. Looked it up to see if they're the same, but they're not. They are slightly different because of this tunnel is slightly wider than the 8-valve one. So what I've got to do is sort of bend this out here to get that to fit on there. So the plan is, like I say, is get this cut out and then sort of get this all clamped in this floor pan and go from there really. And then I can start really sort of getting this back bit on. The other panel I made and a couple of videos ago, I can't remember if it was the last one because it's been so long, because all I've been doing is just thinking about this, getting this done, and I'm just going to go for it and go from there really. So let's go, let's cut this out, let's go. So this is what I'm going for. As you can see there, it's close there, so I've got to pull this that way so you can get this gap all pushed over this way, so I can get this welded onto this bit of panel. So I've cut a little bit off there and here and there, and this bit here has got to come a lot further over, but you can see where it joins there, and it's going to sit in there snug. As you can see there, that's going to come up really nice. So we're getting there. It's just this bit here as well has got been knocked down, and a few little bits and pieces, but we've still got the gap on this edge, which I'm happy with. So it's just a matter of like, make sure this bit goes in here, pushes in. As you can see there, it's going to go in that bit there. So yeah, it's getting there. So a bit more cutting and messing about bending this bit down a bit more, and then we can sort of hopefully sort of get somewhere close. So we'll carry on. So I've just been doing a bit of this, getting this all in shape, making it a bit more easier to fit. I've been cleaning this bit up here. Also, I'm going to have to weld a new bit in here because it's starting to come through there, and replace this bit before I can even get that other panel in. And I'm going to put some, because this is a bit flexible here, as you can see, so I'm going to get a few bars, just weld them on there, just keep that in place and keep that all nice and tight so it doesn't go out of line for when I tack this panel in. So that's what I'm going to do now, is just get these bits welded up, cut these out and get some new bits in, and do that now. So there you go, come up really nice there. Well, that bit in there was getting a bit rotten there. I'll show you on here if I've still got it. As you can see there, it's pretty rotten there, so I decided to change that. So I've done this bit as well, inside there, as you can see, and these bits here, so that I can get that all in primer now. So I'm pleased with that. Also put this bar on here to keep that strength in here to stop this moving, so when I put the seat back in, that will go back in there. That'll be all in the right place. So plan is to get this in primer now, get this bit done, and then turn it around and we can start putting this floor pan in. So if you're going to use one of these, make sure you don't do it on the floor so you can take your knees out, and make sure you have trousers on instead of shorts. As you can see there, I've had a bit of a nightmare, but yeah, we'll crack on. Let's go. So there you go, all sort of smoothed off. Just going to get the anti-rust stuff put on just to protect it while I'm doing this bit. As you can see there, it's fairly close now, that gap, so I've just got to get this bit here pulled out a bit more. I've got to try and find something which is the shape of this, and then I can push that on the other side and keep sort of hammering that bit down here to get that shape. I'll get this bit done first, and then I can concentrate on getting this bit done. So that is the plan. So I'm glad I've got this bit all done and all primed up, ready to go for when it gets tacked on. So that is the end of the video. Thank you very much for coming back. I was hoping to get that all sort of in and tacked in, but obviously not. I'm glad I've got the other bits and pieces done, so that's all ready to rock and roll. Like I say, I've just got to get a little bit of a shape there to try and get that in. I want to get it right. I don't really have to keep messing about taking it back off, and I just want to do it all in one go. So hopefully then we'll get the other floor pan at the front and then start building that middle section. But I was just hoping to get that done, but never mind. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Get yourself involved, and I'll see you next time.